The town of Riverford was quiet in a way that felt gentle, not empty. It sat between green hills and a slow river that reflected the sky like a long mirror. People who passed through often said it was a perfect place to rest, but few chose to stay. Life there moved slowly, and nothing seemed to change. At least, that was how it looked on the surface. Daniel arrived in Riverford on a cloudy afternoon. He was 30 years old, tired of city noise, and unsure about his future. He had left his job at a publishing company after years of stress and long hours. When his uncle passed away, Daniel inherited a small house in Riverford, a place he had visited only once as a child. With no clear plan and nothing holding him back, he decided to move there for a while. The house stood at the edge of town, near the river. It was old but strong, with wooden floors that creaked softly and windows that let in pale light. Daniel spent the first few days cleaning, unpacking boxes, and walking through the town to learn its streets. The people were polite but distant. They smiled, nodded, and greeted him, yet they rarely asked questions. It felt as if everyone was waiting for something but never said what it was. Every morning, Daniel walked to a small cafe near the main square. The cafe was run by an elderly woman named Mrs. Carter, who had lived in Riverford her whole life. She served him tea and bread with honey, always in silence at first. After a few days, she began to speak more. "You're new here," she said one morning, as if it were a fresh discovery. "Yes," Daniel replied. "I'm staying in my uncle's house by the river." Mrs. Carter paused for a moment, then nodded slowly. "That house has a long history," she said. "Your uncle was a quiet man." Daniel wanted to ask more, but her tone suggested the conversation was over. She turned away to serve another customer, leaving Daniel with a strange feeling. It was not fear, but curiosity. As days passed, Daniel noticed small details that made him uneasy. Every evening, at exactly 7 o'clock, the church bell rang once, even though there was no service. When it rang, people stopped whatever they were doing and stood still for a few seconds. Then life continued as before. No one explained it. One night, Daniel heard footsteps outside his house. He looked through the window and saw a man standing near the river, staring at the water. The man wore a dark coat and did not move for a long time. When Daniel stepped outside, the man was gone, leaving only the sound of the river flowing. Daniel began to explore his uncle's belongings, hoping to learn more about him. In a small wooden box, he found old letters and a notebook. The letters were from different people in the town, written many years ago. They thanked his uncle for listening, for keeping promises, and for protecting their secrets. The notebook was more troubling. It contained names, dates, and short notes, written in careful handwriting. April 12th, truth delayed. June 3rd, silence kept.